Police raid black family's home with no warrant. Big mistake. When 12 armed officers stormed Patricia Williams' home at 3 in the morning without a single warrant in hand, they had no idea they were about to make the biggest mistake of their entire careers. Get on the ground now. Hands where I can see them or I will put you down. The front door exploded off its hinges, slamming against the hallway wall as flashbang grenades lit up the living room where 3 sleeping children lay curled together on the couch. Patricia's heart nearly stopped in her chest, her arthritic hands trembling violently as she watched officers in tactical gear pin her 6 to 7-year-old husband James face down on the cold hardwood floor, his reading glasses shattering beneath a heavy boot. Sergeant Derek Hoffman stood in the doorway like he owned every inch of that house, his badge catching the red and blue lights streaming through the shattered doorframe, a satisfied smirk playing across his face as chaos erupted around him. But this arrogant sergeant had absolutely no idea who he'd just terrorized in the dead of night or what had been recording his every single move from the moment he stepped onto that property. The screaming was the worst part. Not the shouting of the officers. Not the barking of commands. But the high-pitched, terrified screaming of 7-year-old Maya, 5-year-old Jalen, and 4-year-old Destiny as they were ripped from sleep into a nightmare. Patricia Williams, 58 years old, had lived in her home in the Eastwood Heights neighborhood of Charlotte, North Carolina for 31 years. She'd raised 2 children in that house. She'd buried her mother from that house. She'd celebrated anniversaries, birthdays, and graduations within those walls. And now those walls were being violated by men with guns who refused to identify themselves or explain what was happening. "James!" Patricia screamed, trying to crawl toward her husband. An officer stepped in front of her, his rifle pointed at her face. "Do not move. That's my husband. He has a heart condition. Please. I said don't move." James Williams lay face down, his arms wrenched behind his back, a knee pressing into his spine. He was a retired postal worker who'd never received so much as a parking ticket in his entire life. He'd served in the army. He'd paid his taxes every year. He'd coached Little League for 2 decades. Kindly subscribe for the full story and stay tuned.